सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम्
Good morning, sir.
Pranam, good morning. How is
Good morning.
audio is good?
Yes, yes, very good.
Okay, we'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sarvasamshayacchetaram Satchidananda Vigraham Sada Susmera Vadanam Balakrishnam Namamyaham Vidyaranyad Vaidyat Vyadheriva Bhavasya Hi Vinutyai Pathyanyaswadyantam Panchadasi Prakaranani Bhakshyani. Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Panchadasi and we are in the first chapter, Viveka Thatwa Viveka Prakaranam, Pratyak Thatwa Viveka Prakaranam, and we have completed up to verse number 26. So far Vidyaranya Swami explained clearly with logic the Swarupam of Brahman, that is Satchidananda Swarupam, and he explained clearly, and then he went on to explain when this Brahman then reflects on the medium which is Sattva Guna Pradhana Prakriti, which is called Maya. When Brahman reflects on Maya, he is called Ishvara, and when reflects on the Rajoguna Pradhana Prakriti. What is this Sattva Guna Pradhana Prakriti, Rajoguna Pradhana Prakriti? Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti, etc. They are the Prakriti only. They are the inert matter which is divided as three: Maya, Rajoguna Pradhana Prakriti is called Avidya, and when it reflects on the Avidya is called Jiva. So Jivas are many, whereas Ishvara is only one, because it is the totality, right? The whole. When it reflects on Maya, is called Ishvara and is called Samashti. Whereas when it is reflects on the Avidya is called Jivas, and this Jivas, when the Jiva is identified as the causal body, that is Avidya is also called causal body or is called Karana Shariram. So when it is identified with this Karana Shariram, this Jiva is called Prajna. Okay, so who is Prajna? It is the Jiva when identified with the Avidya, with the causal body. Then the Jivas means the humans, animals, plants, birds, okay, the celestials, whatever we see here are all Jivas. These Jivas have unfulfilled desires as the seed. Okay, so these desires are to be fulfilled. So to fulfill this desire, whereas Ishvara doesn't have any desire, okay, whereas the Jivas have desires. So to fulfill the desires of these Jivas, Bhagavan created the five elements. What are the five elements? Space, air, fire, water and earth. Okay, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Prithvi. These five elements are created from the Sattvamsham of the Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti. So we discussed the Sattva-guna Pradhana Prakriti as Maya, Rajoguna Pradhana Prakriti as Avidya, Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti. From the Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti, it is the dominant is Tamogunam, whereas it also has Sattva and Rajas. From the Sattvic Amsha of the Sattva Guna Pradhana Prakriti, the five elements are created, right? Or they are born. When these five are born from the Sattva Guna of this Akasha and Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Prithvi, etc., the five sense organs are created. Okay, so the five sense organs are what? What are the five sense organs? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham. One who experiences these five sense organs are created. These five sense organs, then from the Rajogunam of the Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti, from the Rajogunam, Karmendriyas are born. Then from the Sattvic Amsham of all the five elements together, the mind is born, right? And the Buddhi is born. Mind and Buddhi, which is called Andhakaranam, one instrument only with two functions. One is mind, the other is Buddhi. And next is from the Rajoguna Pradhana, from the Rajogunam of the Prakriti, that is Tamoguna Pradhana Prakriti, all together, put together, all the five elements together, the five pranas are created. So, five karmendriyas, five jnanendriyas, panja pranas, so 15, mind and intellect, buddhi. These 17 factors, okay, all these 17 put together is called the Sukshma Shariram. It is the Sukshma Shariram, is also called Linga Shariram. So, this Jiva, when identified with the Karana Shariram is called Praknya. The same Praknya when identified with the Sukshma Shariram. The Sukshma Shariram is this, all these 17 factors put together is called Sukshma Shariram. When the Jiva is identified with the Sukshma Shariram is called Taijasaha. So how many Taijasas are there? So many Praknyas are there, so many Taijasas. How many Praknyas are there? So many Jivas are there, that many Praknyas. So they are many, the Jivas are many, the Sukshma Sharirams are many for the Jivas, right? So they are called Taijasas. Till there we explained in our last class. A little more we explained. Similarly, when the Ishvara, which is the Karana Shariram of the Samashti, when the Karana Shariram of the Samashti is called Ishvara, and when the Karana Shariram is identified as the Sukshma Shariram of the whole universe, okay, is called Hiranyagarbha. Okay, that is in totality. So that means all the Sukshma Sharirams of all the Jivas put together is the Sukshma Shariram of the whole. So when the Ishvara identified with the Sukshma Shariram is called Hiranyagarbha. So it is the Brahman is the same when it is identified with the Samashti, with the totality, Ishvara becomes Hiranyagarbha when identified with the Sukshma Shariram of the universe. So Ishvara one, Praknyas many, Hiranyagarbha one, Taijasas are many. Till there we explained. Now, as we explained, the Jivas, all the Jivas, Jivatmas, they have got lot of unfulfilled desires are there, right? This karma, there they have got these karmas, and to fulfill those desires by doing karma, body is required, right? Shariram is required, and not only Shariram, also Vishayas are required, objects are required. So for that, Bhagavan, what is that? 26th verse, Tad Bhogaya Punar Bhogya Bhogayatana Janmane Panchikaroti Bhagavan Pratyegam Viyadadikam. To provide the Jivas with with objects for enjoyment. Objects are necessary for experiencing the Sukham and Dukkham. So for that, for the Jivas, they require bodies also. Without body, experience is not possible. With only body, without objects, without Vishayas, experience is not possible. So what we need is a body is required, that is the Bhogayatanam. Bhogayatanam means body. Then Bhogyam, Bhogya Bhogayatana Janmane, for the Bhogya Vastu and Bhoga Shariram, Bhagavan Viyadadikam, Bhagavan created. Bhagavan has got, he is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktaha and Sarvavyapi. This Bhagavan created 5 elements. He did grossification, right? Bhagavan grossified this because for experiencing we need a gross body. Without gross body, experience is not possible. Without gross object, experience is not possible. So for that, gross elements are to be created. So what we have is the Tanmatra, right? Tanmatra, the Sukshma of the subtle or the purest form of Akasha is there, Vayu is there, Agni is there, Jalam is there, Earth is there. They are in the purest form, right? It is in subtle form. That subtle form need to be made to gross. That process is called Panchikaranam, and that is called grossification. That Bhagavan did. How this production starts? For what? Bhagavan doesn't need all this. right? The jivas require. Jivas means we all only. We need a gross body to experience the karma phala of the karmas, and for that we need a body and we need objects in this world. The jivas need all these. And how this grossification is done? Grossification means panchikaranam of the from the tanmatra to the gross. How that is explained in the next verse. Now we'll continue, right? 27. द्विधा विधाय चैकैकं चतुर्धा प्रथमं पुनः स्वस्वेतरद्वितीयांशैर्योजनाल् पञ्चपञ्चते एकैकं च द्विधा विधाय. So the akasha, vayu, etc., they are divided into two first. They are divided into two because they are in purest form. So each one is divided into two. Ekaikam cha, dvidha vidhaya chaikaika, ekaikam cha dvidha vidhaya. Divide each into two parts. Then what he did? Punaha pradhamam chadurdha vidhaya. Divide the first half into another four, and then swesveta dvidiyamshehi, mix the four portions into all others. Okay, this is confusing. I will make it very clear. It is not difficult at all. Okay, I will explain what is this Panchikaranam. Akasha is there in purest form. Divide each one into half, and one half you leave it as it is. The second half, Akasha, you divide it into four. So half of Akasha is divided into four, means each one is 1/8, right? And after dividing this four, take these four parts and put in the Vayu, Agni, Jalam and Prithvi. Similarly, you divide the Vayu into two, and the rest, the half of that is divided into four, and take one piece and put it into space, Jalam, Agni and Prithvi. Similarly, you do for all others. So what you get is an Akasha, half of Akasha, and the rest half, 1/8 of Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Prithvi. Similarly, Vayu, you have half of Vayu, the rest half is mixed with all other four. Similarly, for fire also, for Jalam also, for Prithvi also. See, I have made a small sketch. I don't know whether you can see that. You can see? Yeah, this is the space. So half is space. The other four half, 1, 2, 3, 4 are Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Prithvi. So half is space, the rest half is all other four elements. Similarly, this is air, Vayu, then the other rest half is divided into four, and these four parts are from space, fire, water and Prithvi. Similarly for others also. So this process, this mixing up, by mixing up this way, we get a solidified Akasha. Okay, grossified Akasha, grossified Vayu, grossified Agni, grossified Jalam and grossified Prithvi. Okay, now we have all 5 big elements in a grossified form. So these 5 elements which are available for the creation of all the parts, all the objects of this world. in various proportions, right? So what we see as a gross body here is a combination of 5 elements, akasha, etc. Those elements which are available is already a mixture of other 4, not in purest form. The purest form of the 5 elements are available as your jnanendriyas, right, and karmendriyas, whereas the purest form is when it is mixed with the other 4 elements, the grossified akasha, grossified vayu, etc. When they are mixed together with various proportions, we get all the objects of this world. So if you don't remember this mathematics, don't worry. What we have is 5 elements available for the creation of all the objects of this world as well as this body. Okay, all the bodies is a mixture of these 5 elements which are already mixed with all other elements also. This much you understand, that is good enough. This is called grossification, panchikaranam, or some sort of solidification we can call it. Okay, so now if you read, we will get it. Dvidha vidhaya chaikaikam chaturdha pradhamam punaha swasvetara dvitiyam shair yojanat pancha panchate. So we get from the 5 tanmatra elements, we get 5 grossified elements. Okay, when these grossified elements are mixed with the various proportions, we get everything in this universe. That is why this world is called Panchabhautikam. This is all made of 5 elements. Why do we call? This is the process, right? Now what happened? Now we have 5 elements ready. Grossified 5 elements are ready. We will move to 28th. तैरण्डस्तत्र भुवन भोग्य भोगाश्रयोद्भवः हिरण्यगर्भस्थूलेऽस्मिन् देहे वैश्वानरो भवेत् तैजसा विश्वतां याताः देवतिर्यं नरादयः. 3 lines are there in this verse. Taihi, from the 5 sthula elements. Taihi, from those 5 elements which are already mixed with the other 4, the sthula panchabhutaihi, from those 5 elements, andaha, andam. Andam means what? Brahmandam. This Brahmandam is born, is created. What is this Brahmandam? Brahmandam is this whole universe, right? In Purana it is beautifully explained. The 7 lokas, okay, up, 7 up, the 7 up lokas and 7 down lokas. Bhur, bhuva, bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha, mahaha, janaha, tapaha, satya. These are the 5 up lokas. Bhulokaha, Bhuvarlokaha, Suvarlokaha, Maharlokaha, Janalokaha, Tapolokaha, Satyalokaha. These are the 7 lokas up, and we have 7 lower lokas, that is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Talatala, Patalakya Saptabihi. These are the 7 lower lokas. So these 14 lokas are created, or they are born out of the 5 elements. Grossified 5 elements, the Brahmandam is created. Okay. Taihi andaha. Then tatra. So these lokas are, what are these lokas? These are the lokas of experiences. These are the field of experiences, where whoever they enter into this particular field, whichever loka it is, maybe Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, etc., they will have the experience. That field of experience is what we call as these lokas. That much is good enough now for the time being. Then Bhoga Ashrayam. Bhoga Ashrayam means Bhoga Ayatanam. This Bhoga Ayatanam is this body. The Jiva has to reside in a body. Right? Jiva has to exist in a body. Right? So this gross body, what he says, Bhoga Ashrayam. स्थूलेऽस्मिन् देहे वैश्वानरो भवेत्. So Hiranyagarbha sthule asmin dehe Vaishwanaro bhavet. See, the Ishvara becomes the Hiranyagarbha. When the Hiranyagarbha turns into this whole universe, okay, when the Hiranyagarbha is turned into this whole universe as a gross body, that Jiva which identifies with this gross body is called Vaishwanaraha. Vaishwanaro bhavet. So Hiranyagarbha sthule asmin dehe. Asmin sthule dehe. What is the sthule deham? This Brahmandam. This Brahmandam is 7 up worlds and 7 lower worlds. This 14 fields of experiences or 14 worlds put together. This deham, this body, when the Jiva identifies with this body, not Jiva, sorry, this Brahman, when identifies with the Karana Shariram is called Ishvara. When identified with the Sukshma Shariram is called Hiranyagarbha. And when identified with the Brahmandam, this whole universe, is called Vaishwanaraha. So Vaishwanaraha is same as Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is same as Ishvaraha. And this Ishvara is originally is Brahman. Okay, this is how it is. When identified with the Samashti, with the whole Karana Shariram, Ishvaraha, whole Sukshma Shariram is called Hiranyagarbha, and Hiranyagarbha is Brahma. Okay, the Brahmaji, what we call the Srishtikarta, etc. we call it, that Brahma is same as Hiranyagarbha. Okay, the cosmic mind. Okay, now the same is Brahman when identified with the gross body, that is this whole universe as one, is called Vaishwanaraha. This is what Bhagavan said in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. Right? Also, what the Purusha Sukta says, Sahasrashirsha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat. This Purusha has got Sahasrashirsha, thousands and thousands of heads, thousands and thousands of eyes, thousands and thousands of legs. So it is the Vaishwanaraha. And the same Vaishwanaraha is given a name as Virat. Okay, Virat Rupa Darshanam, Vishwa Rupa Darshana Yogam. One chapter is there, 11th chapter in Bhagavad Gita. So it is the Vishwarupam, the body of the Bhagavan. Body of Bhagavan is this whole universe, which includes you, me, and all the objects of this world. Everything, all put together is Virat Rupam, and that Virat is the Vishwarupam, and it is called Vaishwanaraha. So Ishvara is no different from Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is no different from Vaishwanaraha. Then what happened to this Taijasa? Who is Taijasa now? Remember, always don't forget the Jiva. Mind, the Brahman, when identified with the Avidya. What is Avidya? The Karana Shariram. What is Karana Shariram? Ignorance about the true nature that I am Brahman. Right? In that Avidya, when identified with Avidya, is called Prajnaha. The same Prajna becomes Taijasa. So how many Taijasas, how many Prajnas? So many Jivas are there. The same jivas, when identified with the body, that individual, right, this body is called Vishwa. Is called Vishwa. So in Samashti Vaishwanaraha, in Vyashti means individual, okay, is called Vishwa. So there are so many numerous Vishwas are here and one Vaishwanara here. Okay, is it clear? So what is the difference between this Vishwa and Vaishwanara? Vishwa is selfish because identifies with the individual body, whereas Vaishwanara is Bhagavan, who identifies as the whole universe is me. I am the whole universe. This is what Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita. So when identified with the whole is called Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha and Vaishwanaraha. When identified individually as Jiva, identified with the Karanas, Avidya is called Praknya, Taijasa and Vishwaha. Why I am repeating this word? So that you will be able to remember it very easily. That is why I am repeating. Now, the production unit continues. So, when identified with the Sukshma Shariram is called Taijasaha, they acquire bodies, Sthula Shariram, and are called Vishwaha. These Vishwaha, as per their karma phalam, as per their previous janma karma, etc., phalam, they acquire various bodies in various lokas. For example, Vidyaranya Swami said, Devaha. Some are Devas. One who has done so much of Punya karmas, lot of noble deeds, who have done lot of Punya karmas, they get the body of a Deva and they are in the fields of Suvar, Mahar, Lokas, etc., upper Lokas. And those jivas who are in the middle, mean who have got a mixture of both punya and papa, okay, as per their karma phalam, they will be born as human beings, and then they are called Naradeha. And there are others like Tiryang. Tiryang means animals. So these jivas acquire their bodies as per the karma phalam. So each jiva, as per their karma and their karma phalam, they get or they take the bodies accordingly, right? Maybe humans, maybe devas, maybe plants, maybe trees, maybe other celestials, or maybe animals, birds, or worms, or whatever, right? Or the mountains or the rivers, okay? Like that, each jiva gets a body as per their karma phala and in the respective fields, okay, in the respective fields of experiences or various lokas. This is what Vidyaranya Swami gave one sentence, Taijasaha Vishwatam Yataha Deva Tiryang Naradeyaha. It can be Devas, it can be Tiryang, mean animals, etc., or Naradeyaha, means human, etc., mean various. There are various life forms are born or created as per the karma phalam. Okay? Now the tragedy starts. So the creation continues and Vidyaranya Swami starts the tragic tale of these jivas. So this objects of this world are created, we said. It is not for Bhagavan. Bhagavan doesn't need anything because Bhagavan doesn't have any desires at all. Bhagavan is only one and doesn't have any desires. The jivas have problems and the jivas have got this karma. Jivas have got this karma phalam and jivas have to enjoy this sukham and dukkham. And for jivas, the bodies are created For jivas, the objects are created here, born here. Okay. 29th verse. Te parang darshinaha pratyak tatvabodha vivarjitaha kurvate karma bhogaya karma kartum na bhunjate. Te paragdarshinah pratyak tattvabodha vivarjitaha kurvate karma bhogaya karma kartum cha bhunjate. Parangdarshinadaha te. These jivas have natural tendency to look outside. Parag darshinaha means looking outside. These jivaha, that is Praknya, Taijasa, Vishwa, Rupa jivaha, they always look outside. The same thing is told in Kathopanishad. Paranchikhani vyatranat swayambhuhu tasmat parang pashyati na andaratman. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagaatmanamaikshad avrta chakshuhu amrutatvamichan. The Lord created sense organs looking outwards. All the sense organs means our indriyas, shabda, sparsha, rupa, our srotra indriya, the eyes, the nose, the tongue, right, and the skin, etc. All our indriyas, they are always looking outside. Looking outside means looking for objects for enjoyment. Looking towards the Vishayas for enjoying the Sukham and Dukkham. So they always, for the experiences, that is what. So for experiencing, they always look outside. Parang pashyati. So te parang darshinaha. What is the reason? The reason is Tattva bodha vivarjitaha. That is a basic important knowledge is Tattva bodham. Right? Knowledge of the self. Here what happens? These jivas Tattva bodha vivarjitaha. They miss a crucial important thing, important knowledge, that is they miss pratyak tattva bodham, self knowledge. Okay, these jivas, they study everything else. They study everything else in this universe. They have the tendency and the urge to know everything else. I want to know this, I want to experience this, I want to go there, etc. They always look outside to learn everything else except Atma, except the self-knowledge, which is most important. That is missing. That is what Vidyaranya Swami says here. Pratyak tattva bodha vivarjidaha. No knowledge of pratyagatma. No knowledge of the inner Atma, the consciousness which is within, they miss. There is no urge to, or there is no tendency to look inside. Same thing Kathopanishad says, Tasmat parang pashyati. Because these indriyas are natural tendency to look outside. Because of what? Because of the avidya. Okay. Because of the avidya, na antaratman. Not at all seeing the Bhagavan which is there inside, na antaratman. Kaschid dhiraha. Someone who is wise enough. Dhiraha means, who is dhiraha? One who is using the dhi, one who is using the buddhi to see inside. He is dhiraha. Not someone who is walking with the sword or a knife. He is not a dhiraha. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmana maikshat. They look inside to see that Atma. Avrtta chakshuhu. They turn their vision, they turn their gaze inwards, avrta chakshuhu, for what? Amrtatvam icchanna, they want liberation, right? They want liberation, desiring immortality. Desiring immortality, skaschidhiraha, they turn their gaze towards inside and look the inner self. Okay, so that is the Kathopanishad says same thing here. What Vidyaranya Swami says, Parang Darshinadaha te, these jivas are always looking outside, Pratyak Tattva Bodha Vivarjitaha, because of lack of knowledge of the Pratyak Tattvam, that is the Antaratma. Bhogaya karma kurute, they do karma for bhogaya. Everyone, all the jivas do karma to experience the objects of this world. Do karma to acquire things for enjoyment. Okay, enjoyment, pleasure, pain, all that. Karmam kartum bhunjatecha. For what? Why do someone does experience? Why do we experience something? First we acquire things to experience, and after acquiring things there is no stoppage, there is no contentment, because I want to enjoy that ice cream one more time. I had that ice cream, particular ice cream, I want to go again and have it again. That is what here says, karmam kartum bhunjatecha. They enjoy something, mean they experience something to do more karma. Okay, that means first initially this body is formed because there is some karma phalam remaining. So to experience those karma phalam, a body and objects are there. With this body, the jiva experiences this by doing karma. After experiencing by doing karma, want to do more karma, the urge to do more karma. So karma, then bhokta. So karta, bhokta. After doing, whoever is doing karma is called karta, and whoever is enjoying is called bhokta. After enjoying, want to do more, want to experience more, because not sufficient. Okay, no, it's not sufficient, this is not enough, I want to enjoy more. So karta, bhokta, again karta, again bhokta, again karta, again bhokta, the cycle continues, right? This is called, we called janma mrityu etc. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadhare shayanam. For what? For first experiencing the karmas or the karma phalam to be enjoyed, and after experiencing this, not enough, want to do more karma to experience more, right? This is what is this, we call it as samsara bandham or the samsara cycle. Okay, yeah, karmam kartum bhunjatecha, to do experience more sukham and dukkham. So there it never stops, it continues. Why do people acquire more things? For security only, right? For security. If you analyze very crucially, if you analyze it minutely, you will find that people seek security outside, right? And any relation, you take, people seek relations also, people acquire money also, people acquire property, name and fame, etc. Everything is for security only, for securing the body. Security, for the security only, everyone is acquiring things in this world. Not only things, money, relations, anything for that matter, is all for security. Whereas they don't give permanent security at all, because everything is perishable. all the objects are perishable, right? All the money, this body, everything is perishable. But the jiva does not understand this. Because of that reason, they look for security in external objects, including this body. This body is also an external object. Okay, so this body, along with everything else, is an external object. The jivas acquire this for security where there is no permanent security at all, right? So this is one point I want to make. Then what happens to the jiva now when the jivas go through this merry-go-round or sorry-go-round. Merry-go-round is only for Ishvara, ours is sorry-go-round. So in like a giant wheel, no, we have giant wheel and all that, enter inside and cannot know how to come out, right? So that is the round, goes round and round, can't come out also. That is sorry-go-round. So what happens to this jiva then? Bhagavan continues, Vidyaranya Swami continues on the 30th verse. Nadyam kheda iva vartat avartantaramashute vrajanto janmano janma labhante naiva nirvritim. Nadyam kheda iva vartat avartantaramashute vrajanto janmano janma labhante naiva nirvritim. You know, in a river, in a flowing river, avartad means whirlpool. Whirlpool is, in Tamil we call it churi. You know, the rapidly rotating water, right, caused by the tides, you know, the conflicting tides, etc. It forms a vortex. You know, you must have seen this in the rivers, etc. You will find you can see, sometimes you will see, sometimes you won't see, it may be inside. I have seen in YouTube, when a piece of log is caught up in this whirlpool, I have seen in the YouTube, this log goes down, inside that comes up, again it goes down, again comes up, and again it goes down, it vanishes for some time and comes up, and it flows and it is getting caught up in another one, a piece of log. I have seen, if you search in YouTube, you can see this. So Vidyaranya Swami says, Nadyam kheda iva, like a worm which is caught up in the whirlpool in a river. And what happens to this? It goes down, comes up, goes down, comes up, and then it is getting caught up in another one, in another whirlpool. Avartad avartandaram ashu te. Ashu varjantaiva. They moving very fast. Again and again. From one whirlpool to the other. Te, these jivas, janmanaha janma. From one life to another life. So one whirlpool, we can take it as one janma, and in that janma, like the piece of log I said, it goes down, comes up, sometimes coming up, smiling, goes down, again dukkham, again comes up, sukham, dukkham, like that it goes on, and it flows also in the river, and then gets in between, there is a time between this janma and then again caught up in another janma, another whirlpool. Like that, like the piece of log which is getting caught up and moving from one whirlpool to another, Vidyaranya Swami says, Nadyam kheda iva, like the worm which goes inside, comes up and getting caught up. These jivas, vrajantaha, they move, they are traveling from janma to janma, janmano janma, labhante na eva nirvritim na labhante. Nirvriti is not there. Freedom is not there. No liberation is not there. Always bound by this karma and the karma phala. These jivas are bound. Right? No nirvriti, no shanti, No peace of mind at all. There is no peace of mind because all the time going up, going down, coming up, like that. And then by the time you come up, you close your eyes, open your eyes, you are in another janma, another whirlpool. Like that, this jiva continues the journey through this janma, like that. Okay, so same thing. Shankara Bhagavad said, no, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadare shayanam. Again, another womb of a mother, whichever mother, maybe human or maybe some other animal or maybe somewhere else, we don't know. So repeatedly this is happening to this jivas. Because of what? Because of the previous verse. What it says? Tatva bodha vivarjitaha. Because of the lack of knowledge of self. Self knowledge is there. Because of lack of self knowledge, the jivas get caught up in the whirlpool of this samsara river. Then next is how to rescue these jivas. The jivas have to be rescued. Then next is Om rescue mission. 31st. Satkarma paripagate karunanidhino dhritaha prapya tira taruchayam visramyandi yadha sukham. Hope I did not miss any verse, no? No. Satkarma paripagate karunanidhino dhritaha prapya tira taruchayam visramyanti yatha sukham. Satkarma paripakat te. These jivas, some of them, in due course, all of them. Okay. Satkarma paripakat. By doing satkarma. What is satkarma? Satkarma is noble act, noble deeds, right? That is less and less selfishness. Less and less selfishness. Karma yoga. By doing karma yoga, what is karma yoga? All the karma phalam is internally renounced. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalahe durbuhu mate sangos tvakarmani. That is karma yoga. Doing all karma as Bhagavat puja, and whatever be the result, the karma phalam, let it be favorable, unfavorable, doesn't matter. Just accept as it is. Accept means the karma phalam, I am not at all, there is no self-interest in it. Okay, karma phalam, let it come, whatever it may be, favorable or unfavorable, doesn't matter to me, because it is Bhagavat prasadam, it is. So like that, one who does karma as a, without attached to the result of it, not at all attached to the result, not that result won't come, result will come. If there is an action done, there will be result. But whatever be the result, that result will not cause any disturbance to me. It cannot disturb my equanimity of the mind. That is karma yoga. So this karma yoga is explained beautifully by Pancha Mahayajnas. In our Sanatana Dharma, we are supposed to do Pancha Mahayajnas on a daily basis. Okay, what are these Pancha Mahayajnas? I'll just touch up briefly. Deva Yajnam, Pitru Yajnam, Manushya Yajnam, Bhuta Yajnam, Brahma Yajnam. These are the Pancha Mahayajnam. These are actions. Okay, these are actions. These actions are to be done on a daily basis. When you say yajna, that itself means there is no attachment towards the result of this karma. That is why it is called yajna. Any karma done without any attachment to the result of it is called yajna. Like the mother looking after the child, that is a yajna, right? There is nothing, the mother doesn't expect anything out of the child. So, what is Deva Yajnam? Deva Yajnam is respect the Devas, all the Devas, like the sun, right? The sun, the air, the Vayu, the Agni, Prithvi, the Indriyas in our body, right? All of them are Devas. So, have reverence and gratitude towards everything around us which is doing their karma nishkama. They are all doing nishkama karma, right? The Vayu, the plants, the Bhumi, the sun, the fire, all of them, the waters, all of them do karma without expecting anything from us. So, the gratitude and reverence towards these celestial objects as well as the Indriyas in our body, they are all Devas, have respect and reverence towards them is the Deva Yajnam, right? All the environmentalists, etc., they take care of the environment, do not unnecessary waste water, food, electricity, right? They are all natural resources. We should respect them. They all come under Deva Yajnam. Pitri Yajnam. Pitri Yajnam is have the reverence. Because of my father and mother, I am born. Even my father and mother, they are born because of their father and mother. So we should have respect towards father and mother, grandfather, grandmother, their brothers, my father, their brothers, all of them, they all come under Pitri Yajnam. So have the respect and reverence, right? Matru Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, all of this have come from there only. So that is called Pitri Yajnam on a daily basis. Then Manushya Yajnam, the responsibility towards other human beings, right? Towards the society, right? They are atithis, the guests. This is called Manushya Yajnam. We have some social responsibility, that is giving charity towards certain organizations, etc. In whichever capacity we are, we must do that. That comes under Manushya Yajnam. Physically, if there is no money you can give, physically, whatever help you can give, they all come under Manushya Yajnam without expecting anything in return from them. Do not expect tomorrow that they will salute you. No expectation. Without expectation, this is done, is called Manushya Yajnam. Same like Deva Yajnam and Pitri Yajnam. Bhuta Yajnam. All the living beings here, they have a right to live here. So this is what we do. Bhuta Bali is there. In all temples, you will see that a rice is always given to the birds, right, etc. So we should have the every living being has a right to live here, right? So we should have the generosity to help them by giving them food, the dogs, the cats, the birds, etc. We should feed them whenever possible, or we should support those who feed them. That is called Bhuta Yajnam. This also to be done without expect anything in return. Not that the dog should wag its tail, not necessarily. Still we can feed the dog. Brahma Yajnam, that all of this with the reverence towards the Bhagavan, who is Antaryami of all, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati, that Bhagavan, the Chaitanyam, which is there in me, in you, and all the being here, that with that reverence, having meditation and prostration in front of that Bhagavan is Brahma Yajnam without expecting anything in return. So these Pancha Mahayajnas are the Karma Yogam. So Pancha Mahayajnam is a training field. When the Pancha Mahayajnam increases and increases, the whole life becomes Brahma Yajnam. The whole life becomes Nishkama Karma. All the actions becomes Nishkama. So that is Sat Karma. When somebody is in the process, in this line, doing Sat Karma, because of this Sat Karma, Paripagate, they get matured enough, right? maturity, the mental maturity comes, te karunanidhinodhritaha. They will be rescued by Karunanidhi, not the Tamil Nadu guy, by the compassionate person, compassionate guru, right? Karunanidhina, by someone who has got lot of compassion, the guru. Udhritaha, they are being lifted by the guru. And where after lifting up this kida, this worm from the river, if the worm is put in a hot sun, finished, right? In the hot sun it will get burnt. So no, it is lifted, the worm is lifted and put under where? Tira taru chayam. Taru means tree, which is there on the banks of the river under the shade of a tree, where yatha sukham visramyanti. This worm takes rest, yatha sukham, happily relaxed. No more going up and down in the whirlpool, and moving from one whirlpool to another whirlpool is not required. He is lifted so easily, right? If it is a huge body, it will be very difficult to lift, but if it is a worm, it is so easy. So for someone to lift a worm from the river, it is very easy. Like that, the guru lifts this jiva easily. Now there it is not physical lifting. We will continue this discussion in the next class. Okay, so from 31 onwards we will continue. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.